Hello students, welcome. Here we will discuss rules for rounding of digits. If the approximate value of a quantity contains doubtful digits, then it is rounded off. Rules for rounding off are as follows. Number 1, if the digit to be dropped is less than 5, then the preceding digit is retained unchanged. Here we can observe an example. 3.453 is rounded off as 3.452 3 digits. Means here the digit to be dropped is 3, which is less than 5. So the preceding digit is retained as such. Next is, if the digit to be dropped is more than 5, then preceding digit to be retained is increased by 1. Here you can see the example that 3.457. Digit to be dropped is 7, which is more than 5. So the preceding digit is retained by adding 1 in it. So it will become 3.46. Next is, if the digit to be dropped is 5. In that case, the preceding digit to be retained is increased by 1 if it is odd, but retained unchanged if it is even. Example, 3.455 is rounded off as 3.46 because here the digit to be dropped is 5 and before this digit 5 is odd. So this will be retained by adding 1 to the digit and it will become 3.46. Let us take another example. 4.895 is rounded off as 4.90. Here the digit to be dropped is 5 and 9 is odd. So 1 is added to this digit, it will become 10. So it will become 4.90. Now we will consider another example. 3.485. Here digit to be dropped is 5 and before this digit 8 is even. So we will write it as such without any change, 3.48. Now next, if the digit to be dropped is 5 followed by some non-zero digit at any place, then the preceding digit will be increased by 1 no matter whether it is odd or even. Here in this example, 3.385010, 5 is followed by 3 digits which are non-zero, and here also in this example 3.385125, 5 is followed by 3 non-zero digits. In this case, when the digits are rounded off, up to second place of decimal will be written as 3.39. Next, rules for arithmetic operations on significant figures. First is significant figures in addition and subtraction. In addition or subtraction, the final result should retain as many decimal places as there are in the number with the least decimal places. For example, let us consider 36.7 centimeter, 2.432 centimeter and 0.77 centimeter. All are added. We get final result as 39.902 centimeter. Now, how many digits should be in the final result? So, final result should contain only one decimal place. Why? Because the least decimal place in these digits is here, that is only 1. And so, the final result will be 39.9 centimeter. If the numbers to be added or subtracted are given in powers of 10, in that case, before adding or subtracting, they should be changed in similar powers of 10. And last one, all the given quantities must be changed in the same unit. If one quantity is given in centimeter and other is given in meter, so you will have to change both these quantities either in centimeter or in meter. only then we can add them or subtract them. Next we will discuss significant figures in multiplication and division. Number 1, we first locate the measured quantity having least number of significant figures. Now we carry out the multiplication or division and finally round off the result to the same number of significant figures as are contained in the least one. We will have here an example. The measured length of a strip is 7.2 cm and its breadth is 4.232 cm. Then area of the strip is equal to length into breadth. It comes out to be 30.4704 cm square. But we have to write here area is equal to 30 cm square because least number of significant figures here are 2. So we will write 2 significant figures in our answer. Next example is a man runs 100.9 meter in 12.3 seconds. Then the average speed is v is equal to 100.9 upon 12.3. On dividing it, we obtain 8.20325. Here the least number of significant figures in these quantities is 3. So we shall write v is equal to 8.20 having 3 significant figures. Number 2, pure numbers not obtained by measurement have unlimited accuracy. Hence there is no consideration of significant figures in their multiplication and division. Next is order of magnitude. If we write the magnitude of a quantity in its nearest power of 10, then the nearest value obtained in the powers of 10 is called the order of magnitude of that quantity. Method of finding order of magnitude. To find the order of magnitude of a given physical quantity, we express the physical quantity in the form n into 10 to the power x, where n is the number between 1 and 10 and x is a positive or negative integer. If this n is equal or smaller than 3.16, then the order of magnitude is x. If n is greater than 3.16, then the order of magnitude of the physical quantity is x plus 1. Next we see error of measurement. If we measure a physical quantity by some instrument, then there always exists some inaccuracy or some uncertainty in its measured value. The uncertainty in the measured value of any physical quantity is called the error of measurement. Now we will see the difference between accuracy and precision. First, accuracy signifies the degree of closeness between the measured value and the true value of a physical quantity, and the precision of a measured value represents to what resolution the physical quantity is measured. The precision of a measured value increases as the least count of the instrument decreases and vice versa. We will clear it with an example. Let us consider if the true value of a length is 4.587 centimeter. Now we measure the length by two different instruments. First, the measured value is obtained to be 4.4 centimeter, and this is measured with the instrument of resolution, means least count 0.1 centimeter, and next the same length is measured by another instrument which is having least count 0.01 centimeter, and it comes out to be 4.38 centimeter. Here the first measurement is more accurate but less precise, while the second measurement is less accurate but more precise. Now we have to note one thing here. no matter how carefully we measure, we can never obtain a result more precise than the limit of the measuring device. The limit of precision of a measuring device, that is plus minus 1 by 2, the smallest division of measurement the device is able to display. Next is kinds of errors. While measuring any physical quantity, it is impossible in principle to find its true value. Following are the various types of errors. Basically, there are two types of errors: systematic errors and random errors. We will discuss these errors in detail in our next lecture.